Hey guys, welcome to the Hobby Table, Collector's Home here on channel THT. Today we have a opening here from Pristine Auction. Now this is our second one that we have come in. First one was an 11 by 14 from Star Trek original series. It was the Gorn, and then everything came through that one okay. But today we have the 8 by 10s. It's two of them. One of them is an Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and the second one was Tinkerbell, Margaret Carey. Now, if you notice from all our past ones and openings and everything, Pristine Auction has had in the past some shipping issues, as in protection in the way of it surviving through the mail. The last one came through okay. It did have a nice bend corner to it, but they had it in a plastic sleeve here, the photo, and this was in with it. And they also had another cardboard backer, which it was a type I don't like. It's actually something similar to like this piece here I have. It's like that corrugated stuff. It's very pliable. You know, it's stuff that most time they use in like padding type thing, as opposed to keep it from bending. So it was in here like this photo. This was inside. This was not on top of it. It was underneath. Which normally, like when I ship stuff, I like to have one on the back, one on the front, and I even go as far as taping the ends so it doesn't slide around and shift. But like I said, it took a bend in the corner. This is actual shipping one. There's a nice bend there. It survived okay, and all this protected it for once. But 8 by 10. Now the 8 by 10s have a bad habit. They used to come like this, and a sheet like this with this in it. And sometimes that was the only protection. At least now they put this piece of cardboard in with it, so there's an additional. Like I said, usually it's just this slipped inside the envelope. So they've gotten a little better, but the 8 by 10s have not. Every 8 by 10 I've gotten has always come in one of those little plastic Avery sleeves for 3-ring binders, which is just like a paper document type holder. They are just like flimsy as this, and then they have this type of cardboard not in with that, just behind it, so it's sliding around and everything. And this is, you know, it's very pliable. It doesn't do anything, and the only other protection is the envelope. So hopefully, let's see what they have. As you can see here, everything comes through okay, because corners are the common damage on stuff like this. Now I do notice on here, nowhere on here, we lucked out, but if you look on here, there's nothing that says photo do not bend, nothing that says do not bend. The larger one, they had a nice print on it that said do not bend, but this one, nothing. Now last time they did sent me something like this, it actually got bent pretty good. It did not state it anywhere on it, so they should have put something on there. Luckily nothing happened. Our post delivery guy is usually fairly good on it. Every now and again, sometimes not, but so let's see. Let's hope for the best that it actually came as it should. Okay, and once again, Avery sleeves, corrugated cardboard. That's all they have in there. So let's check these out. First one is the Elvira. Not too shabby, but it's Beckett. And looking at it, everything looks good. I mean, there's some little bends on the corner here, but I don't think that was shipping. I have a feeling that was probably the original within that though, but very, very mild on it. I don't know if you can see that little bit there. It's just very, very, yeah, it's easier to see right there. And that's all it is. So that came out good. You know, like I said, that's kind of typical on a lot. Especially in something being shipped like this, that's going to happen. But I don't like, this is what I was talking about, that Avery plastic sleeve that's used for paper documents into 3-ring binders. These really, and you can see where the photo was. I don't know if you can on this too well, but I can see it up in there, and it's just, I prefer a top loader. It keeps it steady, it keeps it from sliding around. And if this bends, it's taking the photo with it. Where if this is a top loader, if there's a bend, the top loader will help protect it. This, not so much. I mean, not so much. But hey. Alright, the next one was the Margaret Carey. We played Tinkerbell. No, this is pretty good. This is kind of like a professional, I mean a promotional shot type thing. And I am looking at it. They did not send me the card. But I will double check to see, because sometimes you really have to pay attention to the Pristine Auction about the card. Go into the pictures. If they show this and then they show another picture of the card, you're supposed to get the card. I've had a lot where they have not sent me the card, which if you want the card, you have to have this, from my understanding when I've talked to JSA, because this one's JSA, you're sending it back to them and they have to redo it. And that's about $15 charge. Unless you upgrade to the letter, which charges more than that though. But there that is. We'll take a look. Now I see little dimple lines, I don't know, right there, there. But I will say, when I looked at the photo on there, I did see that. So that I was kind of expecting, because I did notice that was on there. Of course, after I got it, I was like, oops. But always inspect those photos very, very well. And so, but there it is. So everything came in okay, except I'm missing a card. And I will double check on there, because actually I think I could do it real quick right here. Actually, I'll do it afterwards, but it should have it. If it states it was on there, odds are when I contact them, they're going to say they don't know, and I will get a certificate that's from Pristine Auctions that says all the information that it's valid, basically one of their own, but there will still be no matching sticker for it. I have a JSA sticker, no card. And in order to get that card, I will have to send it back to JSA and get it re-authenticated. So, there we have it. 2 8x10s, JSA, which I will double check, and I will state in here, probably within right here, if it had it or not. And I'll actually have the picture to show. If it did, it'll be a screenshot showing what it looks like. That's pretty nice. That's kind of like a promotional type picture, signed. And the Elvira, which that one came out really great. Now I have picked up stuff from an Elvira private signing, and I can go up to $60. I did not get this for 60. It was a little less overall, so that's great. Pristine Auction, you do have to worry about shipping costs, as with anything, but they also have a seller's fee, or I forgot what the exact terminology it is, but it's an auction fee that's associated. It's like 17% of the total cost, excluding shipping. Yes, 17. So you got to keep that in mind when you bid on stuff. But you can still get it less than getting it somewhere else. That's what we have on it. Thanks a lot, guys. I do not have anything else from Pristine coming in. I have 2 band boxes I'm set to be working on right after this. I do have some GalaxyCon stuff I picked up, but that's going to be probably about 6 weeks before they come back, so it could actually be within March before those 2 come back in. One's a George Takei, one's a Nichelle Nichols from Star Trek. Yes, I am a Trekkie. But and I'm looking at my inbound over here. GalaxyCon, I have the band boxes, ink memorabilia. I'm still waiting on a private signing that hasn't taken place yet, but we'll get there. Yep, and that's what we have. So thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch you next time. I just noticed I'm going a little over more than I usually do, but Pristine Auction, I really want to get the details on stuff so you know what to expect from them. I really, really wish they would do away with these stupid little Avery things. Like I said, they used to send them in these, which had a nice background. Like I said, if you caught my last opening with what was in here, this sheet basically protected the photo, the Bobby Clark photo, as opposed to these. Like I said, these things, you know, when the envelope takes a bend, these bend right with it. They don't offer an extensive amount of protection, just a wee little bit, not a whole lot. Whereas if it was like in a top loader in this, they survive better. I've actually had some in top loaders where the mail person likes to just kind of, when they'll kind of like bend it a little bit like this. They hold the mail and they just bend it a little bit to fit it in the mailbox, even though it doesn't need to be, but every now and again. And the protection that they put in there not Pristine. Other companies where they double up on this front back top loader, it's actually protected it with zero damage to the photo. The protecting stuff took a hit, but the photo itself did not. So that's what we have. We're at 10 minutes. Thanks a lot, guys. If you have any questions, comment here. Shoot me up at info@ahobbytable.com. Private signings, I did mention stuff at the GalaxyCon. Do catch me every Thursday on the Facebook page. I do updates on businesses that I know have private signings going on, to where you can send in items of your own, get them signed and whatnot. So just follow us on the Hobby Table Facebook page for all that information. And we got a lot more other stuff I'm working on that will be as well. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Happy collecting and safe collecting. If you know of a business that you're curious about and would like us to check out, or if you have a business that you know of is really good and like to pass the word on, send it to us at info@thehobbytable.com. Again, that's info@thehobbytable.com.